Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, another day where it's raining. Still, and again. Thumbs up for that. Of course, last night when I went walkies, it was raining, but the way Shelton is built with southern Shelton in the hills, Lower Shelton, downtown in a valley, and Upper Shelton on a plateau over here. When I left, it was raining. When I got to Walmart, it was dry. It was still raining in Southern Shelton when I got back, so thumbs up for that. And hokey smokes, here it is. Mid-January, I have my window open, wide, a fan in the window to blow cooler air in, and I was still so warm last night, I had problems sleeping. I went out on walkies wearing just these shirts, and no, not these ones, but just undershirts and such, and just a safety vest, and I was too warm walking 8 o'clock at night in mid-January with no jacket. It was too warm. Thumbs up. And front-loading of videos. Hey, if you could, I've forgotten how it all goes. Toss me a like, that'd be awesome. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be very cool. If you could leave me a comment, that'd be double plus good. And I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These are literally beautiful and literally awesome people who help to keep me and my aging pet alive. I appreciate that, and I know my aging pet appreciates that as well. Hokey smokes, it is very, very good. If you'd like to help keep me and my aging pet alive, I have links to the Patreon in the video description, as well as a PayPal for possible donations, an Amazon wishlist link with things like pet food, and a post office box where if you send me anything at all, I will open it up on camera. I only ask for postcards and keychains. Thumbs up for that, and hey, front loading over. It's been lasting a bit long. So much to talk about. Unfortunately, there's nothing to talk about. I have been so time blind this last month. I blink 3 times and a day is gone. I can barely remember what's just happening in life, let alone all of the things that I want to remember. It is just horrific. And then add, of course, the heat that's happening right now. I don't sleep well in heat. I am not sleeping well. I have insomnia just naturally. And then on top of that, because of all the injuries and such like that I have a lot of chronic pain. So if I get to bed late because I'm just not sleepy because of my ADHD, and then it takes a while to fall asleep, and then 3 hours later pain wakes me up, I'm exhausted. I am so tired. My thoughts are, once again, 1,000 ping pong balls in a wind tunnel, and every time 2 of those ping pong balls hit each other, my thoughts go pooh off into another direction. Oy vey. Still though, life is life, and I don't just want to complain about everything. I also want to talk about things that aren't complainable. I mean, you can complain, but I've talked about dark humor before, and how, death and murder can be absolutely hysterical. I was watching a review by a YouTuber called Amanda the Jedi. She's a young woman that's, I think she's Canadian, maybe, but she reviews movies. She's been to like the Sun, no, I've forgotten the word, but it's one of these prestigious film opening places, and she's been there to some of those openings. She's talked to the people that have made the movies. She's been around. And she was talking about the movie Megan, spelled M3gan, but it seems to be so much better of a movie than it has any right to be. An actually funny horror comedy. You're not going to be scared, but it is funny. And so I like that. And of course, the reason I bring it up is I started to laugh because she was laughing because dark humor. The main kid's parents die in the very beginning of the film. And she's talking about how in a snowstorm, they die, they're dead. And then she just starts laughing and can't stop laughing, and then it cuts to a jump where she tries to say it all again. Because, yeah, human death is funny. Of course, not always, and depending on your situation. I mean, I laugh at fictional death. I think fictional death as stated can be absolutely hysterical. In real life, I don't even like to kill spiders. When my aging pet finally succumbs to old age, I am going to be broken. The deaths of my wife and my parents and all this, I can't even begin to process the deaths of my parents. I'm still working on the death of my wife, and she's been gone for 8 years. So, real death is devastating and horrific. Except when that's funny too. But fictional death is a way of it, you release tension. It helps. So laughing about this sort of stuff, making death funny, it's a natural human thing. I mean, sure, you can take it too far, but you can take anything too far, and too far is usually a subjective thing. So thumbs up on that. I guess I did try to think of a lot of cryptid stuff last night, and I bounced from subject to subject all over the razor's edge, the inside, and the cryptid world. One of the things that I did want to talk about with that, but first I'm going to do this. First I'm going to do this because I'm 1,000 ping pong balls in a wind tunnel. Talking about solo RPGs for a little while. One of the solo things I want to do is a 2-book set. One is, the first book is Treasure Awaits, and it's a full game. It's an RPG-like introductory type thing that can be played solo or with friends. And then they have an expansion book, More Treasure Awaits. The thing is, it's called Ancient Odysseys, Treasure Awaits. And in the book they say that this is just the beginning. The actual Odyssey Awaits game is going to be largely very different from Ancient Odysseys. The Treasure Awaits, and it's just the very, very beginning. The company that makes the game is still there. They still make stuff. Treasure Awaits, Ancient Odysseys, came out in 2012. 2 books. Nothing else. No other game. No expansions. No supplements. Nothing. So they just put it out there as, hey, we're going to do so much more with this. And then dropped it like a hot potato. But it's actually a very fun little system. It's really cool. It would be fun to play on your own or with a group of people. Because you can play with a game master, or you can play with a group of friends and the book as the game master, or you can just play by yourself with the book as the game master. So thumbs up on that. Another one of the things I want to show off, because after I do at least one more D100 dungeon, I want to do the Drifter. I've got that one ready to go. And then Treasure Awaits. And then of course I got the micro chapbook series. Oh my gosh, there's horror and just fantasy and science fiction. And there's a lot of stuff out there. I still want to do Alone Against Fear and Alone and 4 Against Mars. There is so much solo stuff out there, and I want to show it off, and that's very, very cool. So now the other thing, with the stuff that I've been thinking about and trying to do with the whole Razor's Edge situation. I have not really been able to do a whole lot of thinking on what's going on with the whole ethical cryptid story, because it started off as just dark humor, became dark humor with some tragic stuff, and then on the one day, just there's no more humor. It's all just dark and grim. The only thing that my body, mind, and subconscious has been able to come up with, because I have deliberately stayed away from it, I don't want to push. The only thing that's come up so far is day 23, because this is a 23-day study. He's going in each day for an ethical problem and been horrified at what happens. Day 22 is that pain nuke that I told everyone about the past couple of days, where if I try to think about this too much, I still fixate on it and start to cry again. The pain nuke is still too radioactive right now, too much fallout. But the only thing that I've been able to think of, my subconscious and everything, is day 23, Everett doesn't come into the bar. So nobody knows what's going on. Day 24, nobody hears a thing. Everett is not there, and so nobody knows what's happening. Day 25, cryptids being cryptids, they still do things like watch television. So even though there are bars in Khmer Rouge Manor where a lot of the dark cryptids hang out, they do have things like televisions that are hanging there. On the news, they report how 2 days back, which would have been day 23, they discovered in the research facility the bodies of the research university head and 2 unknown and still unidentified research lab assistants. They had to identify the head of the research facility and university by dental records, because he had been so badly beaten by whomever did this 3-person murder. The other 2 unidentified lab people, unidentified. There are no real identifying marks left. They've been damaged so badly, and about 1/3 of each of the bodies is gone, and they don't know why the killer would have taken those pieces, but they did. So there's 2 partially dismembered bodies and the head of the university. Nobody knows how or what. And so this is an ongoing investigation. And on the cryptid side, Everett's gone. So for a while, Everett's gone. This story doesn't have a real... Whoa, what's the word? I love having ADHD. It doesn't have a real conclusion yet. It doesn't have an ending yet. Because this is all just a series of slice of lives. Right now, that comes to a stop. Later on, Everett may show back up. This could change at any time, depending on what my subconscious is thinking. That's one of the things about this setting, is every time that I have through time come up with a refinement of what the setting is, I go back and revise everything that I've done before, because some of the things that I work on are based on things that would not happen now that I know the situation's better. But this is what's going on there. Thumbs up, and boy, that's grim. Yay! There's still a lot more going on in these settings, and I was thinking of lots and lots of things that I can't even really remember. Like coming back, I spent a very brief amount of time thinking of the doppelganger on the Razor's Edge, who's Henrik Ibden, who's basically a human being now, rejects the monster that he was and is now a person. And so I was thinking about him and his human wife Issa, Henrik and Issa Ibden. So they're good characters. And then thinking back on the Abernathy beast, where it goes and devours everyone in Abernathy because it wants to go back to sleep so it can sleep until it perishes. Because things have changed, the King in Crimson is going to do their best to try and get this thing so it won't be disturbed. But this is deep time. This thing has feasted millions of times. Time has passed anywhere between feastings from 500 years to almost 1,000,000 years. This thing has been around a very long time, trying to fade out into oblivion. There is no real way that anybody, even the king, can help on that. But to do their best, when the Abernathy beast finishes devouring all the people of Abernathy, and because it just does not care, when it goes to get one of its victims, anybody between it and the victim, they too get shoveled down into the thing's digestive tract. So there is a lot of just... I hate the fact that I can't think. What is that collateral damage? Because if you're between it and target, you go down that throat too. So, the King in Crimson sets up the Abernathy Wilderness Preserve and Memorial, where they set up a people to come in and keep it there. But there's an X number of kilometers wide circle around Abernathy. And then that circle of size and radius put in points around it, and then the larger circle drawn around that. This is what is fenced off, so that nobody will live in that area or grow domesticated crops. And inside of that, they have the actual memorial, museum, and the actual park where you can go. And it's just set up to be like the Vietnam Memorial in, I think, Washington, D.C., where they are large granite slabs with all the names of the people in Abernathy who were devoured, plus another memorial for all, as many as they can locate, names of people who also just happen to have the bad luck of being in the way. They're never going to have all the names. I mean, because that's one of the problems with being devoured is you're not there to say, I was eaten too, you've been et. So it's never going to have an accurate number of names on it, but they're going to try. So hey, and I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank however many people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I count in American Sign Language, well. We have Jake Loughnan, thumbs up, thank you. Serena De La Luna, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. JAYY, greatly appreciated and good to see you in the comments. Kryptonite, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. And yeah, boy, the blizzard blows anymore. But Outro Silva No Mundo, thumbs up and thank you. There is Lumiria, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you. Beyond the Capsule, greatly appreciated. There is Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up and thank you. I've done a few shorts in the past, but never many. I'd like to start doing more. Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up, thank you, and good to see you in the comments. We have Sarge778 returns, CODM, greatly appreciated, thank you very much. Mega Monster, thumbs up and thank you. Pim, greatly appreciated. Mark Sloop, thumbs up and thank you. Chris, good to see you in the comments. We have AUSBUR710, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. Floramu, good to see you in the comments, and I hope your migraine gets better. And that is it. 9 people. 9? 6? I don't know what number that is. X number of people left me comments in the past 24 hours. However many it is, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up, thank you. Well, hokey smokes, it being Sunday and me being just as tired as I am, I'm going to try and record some of The Drifter today. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. If not, and I don't get anything else done, it's just because I am so exhausted. I am so time blind. If I don't have anything, it's because I went blink, 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 and oh look, it's time to go to bed. So we shall see. Hopefully you can get done the things that you want to get done, because that would be good. And if not, don't beat yourself up. That doesn't help. And of course, wherever you are, if people are getting sick where you are, please take appropriate precautions. You don't need to get sick or make other people sick. If people are getting hurt where you are, like traffic accidents or such like that, try not to go dancing naked in traffic. That's not a good idea. And if you're out walking and you hear the mournful howl of that bus horn, the bus with your name on it, hopefully you're just close to someone else who's going to get smacked, smeared, and destroyed by this thing. It'll be gross seeing that corpse just splattered all over everything, but hey, at least you're alive. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing.